Everybody wants to do gangster shit until you need to do gangster shit. So I'm speaking to a manager the other day, and this guy's not a snowflake, man. He's a boss, and we're talking about consciously taking on struggle in your life, and we're talking about designing a life, a good life. And he just dropped a saying, and I loved it. It spoke to my soul. Now, it's fairly self-evident that the guy in the waistcoat doesn't do real gangster shit. But in the context of our discussion, modern day gangster shit to me is self-mastery. It is the pursuit of self-mastery. It is looking at every single category of your life and trying to do things that are not easy, because I'm acutely aware of biologically and psychologically what we need to do to live a good life. And deep down, all of us know what we need to do to live a good life. This is not to say that I always do it, right? Let's not be self-righteous here. But I try and do the modern equivalent of gangster shit. And that is that I do hard physical things, like an ice bath or a fast. And I do hard mental things, like reading a book that I disagree with. And I do hard relational things, like picking up a phone and saying things that, apologizing for something that I've done wrong to a friend that I shouldn't need to apologize to, or understanding that my ego needs to not get in the way of my professional growth, and I need to still be able to learn, and I still need to be able to be humble. And finally, from a spiritual point of view, perhaps it is letting go of a preconceived idea that you've held on your whole life, stepping outside of your self-imposed little echo chamber. None of these things are easy. But growth is not supposed to be easy. Growth is supposed to be hard. And so this is my equivalent, or at least modern day equivalent, of gangster shit. And so while we were talking about it and he said that saying, I immediately thought of so many people who say to me, oh, I'll come on ice bath with you. No, you won't. You say you will, but you're just simply not willing to do gangster shit. Or I'll come and do jujitsu. No, you won't. You'll stay at home and watch Netflix. That's what you'll do. It's because it's what everybody else is doing, right? That's the norm. So for those of you who are willing to step outside of comfort zones and design and build a life of struggle and of hardship, conscious struggle and conscious hardship, well, the world is your oyster, because for the rest of the world, all that's left is snowflakery.